All right, welcome back to Hemp Brothers Access. It's John here again. Today we're standing out in our 60/30 interseed corn plot, and for maybe those of you who haven't seen what I did here, I planted corn on 60-inch rows, 30-inch rows, 60-inch rows. It made it simple for my planter. And then I came in here at V4 and interseeded a cover crop mix that was put together to not directly compete with the corn and to come in real strong at harvest for grazing, because this field sits next to a pasture. But anyways, I caught a really good stand, and with all the rain we had, it really took off. But so did the water hemp out here, which has been my kind of my nemesis on this project. But anyways, everything took off. About when the time the corn was getting ready to tassel, this was a woolly jungle, and I was getting really concerned. The annual ryegrass was about knee high, and it looked like everything was just going to rob nutrients from the corn. Then I put together a weed wiper to come and run down these 60-inch rows with a four-wheeler to take care of the water hemp, because it was a real problem. And now we're toward the end of July. The corn is blistering, and this is what I walked into. So the plan kind of worked, and the annual ryegrass I shouldn't have been concerned about, because if you look, it looks dead. And you can just see the brown, and you know, it doesn't look like there's much out here. You can see I missed some of the water hemp, but I took care of a lot of it. I mean, it was thick. And anyways, so the plan has kind of worked so far. I mean, right now there's not a lot of competition with the corn. When it's really needing the nutrients to fill out the ears, pulled the husk back on an ear here, and I mean, it's not something to really just really brag about, but you've got to understand it's I don't know, I mean, it's planted at the same population as it would be on 30-inch rows, but the way it's configured, it was actually planted at 45,000. I normally plant 30, but we're missing a third of the rows, so it'll be interesting to see what the combine says. But I did wind up killing a lot of my brassicas. I had a lot of brassicas out here, and they are no longer with us. A few that I missed. Eli showed me your turnip. Yep. Found one turnip that the wiper missed. Not very big, but what I did manage to save was the red clover. So there's red clover. It's not super thick in here, but like there's one. It's kind of, there's some more scattered through there. But that's about it. So really, come grazing time, I'm gonna have annual ryegrass and red clover and some water hemp that I missed. So it'll be interesting to see what the yield is like in this field, if this is a economically sustainable practice, if it's worth your time to mess with or not. The cattle part of it really would make it work if you could figure it out. It's just more or less finding a way to manage your herbicide program to where water hemp is not a problem out in your cornfield, because the problem in your cornfield is going to be a major problem in your bean field, you know, when you come back to plant beans in the future. So something to really keep in mind. I think with this wider row spacing, I think that you could get away with seeding your cover crop a little bit later, maybe a V5 or V6. That would give you time maybe to let that flush weeds come in and get it killed off with a good contact killer, maybe dicamba, I don't know, and clean it up real good and get it in and get it started. or go in early with the pre-emerge. That'll die off by then, but it's all timing. So anyways, it's been kind of a fun project, and we're gonna say goodbye. Eli, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.